Hello again, this is Magmawk, and today we're going to be taking a look at Space Megaforce by Toho. This was recommended by one of my viewers, Piccolo32, and of course it is a top-down shooter with plenty of action. So let's go ahead and get the menu options out of the way here. When you first get to the title screen, you get the menu options: standard game, short game, and options. Short game being just one stage, standard game going through several different stages. In the options, you have several different game modes, including normal, hyper, tricky, and wild, which are pretty wild. And of course, you got your standard sound test, including music, sound, and voice. And you can always set your buttons accordingly to one of 4 preset, or set your own. And there's a controller text, which I found to be pretty unique. Make sure all your buttons work correctly. Pretty silly, but anyways. And of course you can always have stereo or mono. Now the break time is just a fun little diversion where you can control a space station by pressing left or right, up or down. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can press the different buttons to send it flying different directions. Just a fun little idea. Wish you could use it as a screensaver. But anyways, since this is on the Super Nintendo, let's go to the action here. In addition to shooting, which is done by, of course, holding in your shoot button, you can also press your bomb button to release one of 3 mega bombs, which does a nice amount of damage. You can collect different weapons. You can also change your speed on the fly by pressing the select button if you go with the default, which can go one of 4 different speeds. I prefer speed 1 myself, but speed 0 can be handy to get through narrow ledges, or you can speed up to avoid shots if you are ready for it. Now those orange orbs there will increase the power of the weapon you currently have. You can also have up to 8 different weapons, including your standard shots, a laser, a circular orb that goes around you, the multi-directional shot, the homing missiles, a power-up charge shot, which you can hold and release for a nice stream of laser power there. You got the sprites, which are mini turrets that you can press, and of course the scatter shot, which goes into many different directions once it hits an object. You can also press your secondary fire, press or hold your secondary fire to get different firing versions of each weapon that may come in handy depending on what direction and what kind of style you want the weapon to fire in. Considering the control, of course, it is responsive and does what you want, and considering all the different speeds and weapons you can do, I like it. The graphics for a Super Nintendo, they're pretty clear, crisp. I wouldn't say super mega, but very good. The music is pretty good by itself there. It does a nice job of doing a not too repetitive, not too grinding on your nerves type. The sound effects, well, they're a typical shooter, but I can't complain.
Multiple shot, laser, circle, multi-direction shot, missile.
And of course you got the replay fun factor. I found it to be challenging, but not too challenging at the same time. I was able to get past the first stage on 1 life in normal mode. Although it does quickly increase the difficulty, you'll never find yourself getting too frustrated. Although there are some points where you go Argh! Fortunately, you can go through several different checkpoints, and if you have the gold ship highlighted there, you can return exactly where you died off, or you can go back to one of your checkpoints. And another good thing about this is you don't die in one shot. If you get hit, you lose 4 levels of your weapon, or all that you have, but fortunately you can pick up your orange orbs once again to restore your power and have a shot taken if necessary. Space Megaforce is definitely a shooter you want to try out, and I don't even like top-down shooters. that being said, Magma WK signing off. I hope you've enjoyed this quick review. Good night.